So should we continue where we left off yesterday or start totally a new subject?
So I think Upadhyaya ji has a question which has relevance to not only what we were saying yesterday, but to the whole teaching as such.
All right.
And if he could state his question,
All right,
possibly
sir.
we could discuss it because it is relevant.
You can read it.
Yes, we can read it a bit.
पिछले अनेक वर्षों में राजघाट वाराणसी में कृष्ण जी के जो वक्तव्य हुए उसमें दो प्रकार के अच्छे पढ़े लिखे लोग श्रोता थे जो परस्पर में दो विरोधी विचारों के थे। एक परिवर्तनवादी और दूसरे यथास्थितिवादी। जो परिवर्तन के पक्ष में नहीं वे लोग ऐसे विद्वान और जो लोग संपूर्ण परिवर्तन के पक्ष में हैं वे लोग, दोनों लोग श्रोता के रूप में बैठते रहे। कृष्ण जी के वक्तव्य से अपने अपने ढंग से दोनों वर्ग संतुष्ट होकर चला जाता है। इसी में से प्रश्न उठता है। यह जो सर्वेक्षण है, सर्वे है, इसमें से प्रश्न उठता है कि कृष्ण जी परिवर्तनवादी निश्चय निकालते हैं या यथास्थितिवादी निकालते हैं। मैं समझता हूँ कि पूरा
नहीं, अब आप सवाल
You want me to translate what you have said?
हाँ, इतना करने
Panditji has said, sir, that in Varanasi, you have been talking over the years, and two types of people have been listening to what you have been saying. The one group which has listened to you, both these streams of people who have come to listen have been serious, have been scholars, and have been, the intention has been to understand. One of these groups of people have been those who have been committed to total revolution at all levels. The other to the status quo, that is to the whole stream of tradition as it flows into today, and the status quo of that stream of tradition. He says both these types of people go away from listening to you satisfied. They feel that they have received an answer to what has been their queries. Now,
मैं उस परिस्थिति का विश्लेषण कर रहा हूँ। कहाँ तक ठीक है मैं नहीं जानता, केवल प्रश्न उससे उठता है, यह बात सही है। विचार, मन का प्रभाव जब समाप्त हो जाता है, जब कर्म विचार और मन के द्वारा प्रभावित नहीं रहता, उस अवस्था में सीमा रहित प्रेम, आनंद, सौंदर्य का अनुभव होता है, ऐसा कृष्ण जी का कहना है। मैं इसकी जगह पर यह कहता हूं कि अगर वो ये कहें कि समस्त प्राणी में जो दुख प्रवाहित है, उस दुख का साक्षात्कार, उसका अनुभव मन, विचार, मनुष्य के स्व के कारण नहीं होता। जब ये हट जाते हैं तो उस व्यापक अनंत दुख का अनुभव मनुष्य को होता है। और जब दुखता का साक्षात्कार, दुख का नहीं, दुख तो व्यक्ति को होता है, एक सीमा में दुख होता है, दुखता का प्रवाह एक है जो संपूर्ण प्राणी जगत में व्याप्त है। उसका साक्षात्कार जब होता है तो वहाँ करुणा उत्पन्न होती है, प्रेम और सौंदर्य उत्पन्न होता है। अगर इस बात को कहा जाए और यह बात अगर सही हो तो यह भ्रम लोगों का न हो, क्योंकि सभी धर्मों ने, प्रायः अधिकांश धर्मों ने एक विशेष स्थिति में जाकर आनंद ही बताया है, अनंत आनंद का स्रोत ही बताया है, उसी का साक्षात्कार होता है, ऐसा बताया है। तो लेकिन वह आनंद नित्य है, अपरिवर्तनशील है। जब तत्व में अपरिवर्तनशील अनंत व्यापक आनंद है तो उसका प्रभाव समाज में होता है कि जैसा समाज है वही ठीक है, यह परंपराएं ठीक हैं, थोड़ा सा सुधार हो सकता है, लेकिन परिवर्तन का प्रश्न इधर भी नहीं, समाज में भी नहीं और तत्व में भी नहीं। तत्व नित्य है तो समाज की व्यवस्था स्थिर होनी चाहिए, जैसी परंपरा है, धर्म है, वैसा होना चाहिए, मैं समझता हूँ।
He says, Krishna ji, in your teaching, you say that when all thought, all self-centered activity, the movement of the mind as the me have ended, have totally, completely ended in consciousness.
Who says this?
You. Then you speak of a state of benediction, of benediction, a state which is endless joy. Please let me put endless joy, which is bliss,
Beauty and love.
which is beauty and which is a love which has no frontiers. Now, the man listening to you, the man who is listening to you with the mind which is rooted in the status quo, listens and placing his mind on what you have said regarding that eternal, he goes back to his own tradition. All the great teachings which have also posited a state of eternal bliss, joy, beauty, love. And then he posits that alone is important. A transformation of society today is unnecessary. You can make slight changes here and there. He does not consider but they're transient, of no importance, and therefore they can remain as they are. That neither a transformation in the self nor the transformation in society are important. That is important.
Yeah, so what's the question?
He then goes on to say, if you were to say, which you imply in a sense, but
No, you do say.
you say it, if you were to say that when all thought, all self-centered activity have ended, then there is a direct contact with this great river of sorrow. Not the sorrow of individual man, but the river of sorrow. Being in direct contact with this river of sorrow, from this will arise a karuna, a compassion, beauty and love, which will demand transformation
In society.
in here and now.
Yes, quite.
And that this emphasis on it will end this emphasis on an eternal bliss, which ultimately is an illusion.
Quite right.
This is right.
मैं अपने को उन लोगों में शामिल करता हूँ जो परिवर्तनवाद को स्वीकार करते हैं, मानववाद को स्वीकार करते हैं। उस पोजीशन में मैं अपने को मान रहा हूँ। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जो कुछ कृष्ण जी करते हैं, प्रारंभ से जितना व्यापक करते हैं, जो कुछ इन्होंने कहा है, उसमें नित्यवाद, शाश्वतवाद के लिए अवसर नहीं है। जो इनका दर्शन है, उसमें नित्यवाद और शाश्वतवाद न जगत में न तत्व में कहीं भी नित्यवाद का लेश नहीं है।
Panditji says that he is a person who stands for total transformation of man and society. He takes a stand on that and on the human position. His is the human position. And he says...
I don't quite understand human people.
Human position is he is concerned with man.
It's humanity.
Humanity. He says, as he has heard you, he says neither in the teaching nor in the being of it today, is there a place in your teaching for this concept of eternal the eternal state of, I would say bananas, but eternal state of bliss, benediction, etc. That it just has no place.
neither that is eternal nor is the world eternal.
So
That idea
what is the question?
Sir, if I may say so, the question really arises out of the understanding between the time and the timeless. The traditionalist has taken his stand on the fact of time, and therefore he is saying that whatever you are saying has to be lived in time, therefore it's a gradual process and must lead ultimately to bliss, which is out of time or timeless, etc. What Pandit Jagannatha Upadhyaya is saying is that as far as he understands, in your view, there is no room for gradualism and time to
Yes, sir.
come.
No, I think it is more than that. What, so far as I can understand, he implies is that that which is timeless is not the eternal, the never ending.
So what is
The
this?
question is
you
a
got-
clarification of what your teaching is.
Is
Because today more and more people are hearing you, reading of you, and if this contradiction,
which is contradictory?
the
Where?
contradiction is the man who stands for the status quo takes your teaching and puts it into his.
Naturally.
So he says that contradiction needs clarification. What does your teaching stand for?
Should take one by one.
Sir, may I be permitted to say to Upadhyaji,
What?
may I be permitted to say to him before we start dissecting this question, that he is a little unfair to the school to which he does not belong. After all, both the positions have to be stated fairly in their own context. You can't just denigrate one and then denounce it. So, if you have to state the Vedantist position, the Vedantist position says that gradualism is inescapable. They are not for status quo, they are also for change.
I
but
understand,
they
sir.
are-
No, I understand that. Then
and
what's the
whereas
other?
he says that you stand for instant change.
Yes. Is that the question?
Rather, you correct me if you think I am misinterpreting.
The Vedantist does not accept evolution. So you
Oh, for
can't put
God's
it
sake,
like
I don't know.
अब तो ऐसा मेरा निवेदन यह है कि वेदांत और बौद्ध के
नहीं,
बीच
नहीं,
में
ना।
इस बात को उलझाया न जाए, क्योंकि बहुत उलझ चुका है। अब ये तो कृष्ण जी का जो भी कुछ कहना है उसमें मैं और कुछ नहीं, मुझ में और कोई क्वालिटी न हो, अध्यापक की है। तो अध्यापक के कारण मैं कहना चाहता हूँ कि वो विरोध जैसा दिखाई पड़ता है। आपका संपूर्ण वक्तव्य के विरोध में यह जाने लगता है, जबकि आप अपने लक्ष्य में जब संकेत देते हैं व्यापक आनंद का, अनंत आनंद का, तो यह आपके यह ये उदाहरण आपके अनुकूल नहीं है, बल्कि मैं जो प्रस्तावित करता हूँ दुखता और करुणा का, वह संभवतः ज़्यादा आपके पूरी टीचिंग के नज़दीक हो।
What he says is, he is a student, he is learning, and in this process of learning he sees a contradiction. And the contradiction is when you posit, when you speak about, you may not even posit, when you speak about a state which is beyond.
Cut that out.
No, she can't. She says you don't cut it out. It figures very much in every time you speak. When you posit a state which is beyond, which is bliss, which is
Yeah.
etc.
Beyond.
He says that is the contradiction he sees. That is the contradiction because if
That is.
you cannot, yes, and therefore he says the stream of sorrow and the compassion which arises with direct contact with that is the only reality
That's
in
the
your
only-
teaching as he sees it.
Quite right.
And therefore, why this contradiction?
I don't quite understand when you say contradiction.
Because you posit that, the otherness.
The otherness.
I don't quite see the contradiction. I would like that contradiction explained to me.
So what I feel is,
No, would you kindly explain to me what the contradiction is?
what I see is that he goes with you up to the point that there is no such thing as personal sorrow,
Understood, sir.
because personal sorrow posits the personal sufferer.
Yes, sir.
So there is that the substance of human existence is sorrow.
Yes, I understand.
Out of this perception, there is the arising of compassion,
I understand.
which becomes love, which
Yes,
becomes
carry
faith.
on, carry on.
He is balked when you say
The other.
that the perception of sorrow is the birth of compassion.
Un momento.
No.
I don't.
No, Arjun. He is seeing the contradiction in Krishnaji making any statement on the other.
Now I understand. Now just I got it.
Because any Krishnaji making any statement of the other,
Is used.
the mind picks
Grasp
on
that.
that
And
and puts it
I
into
understand.
its
I've got
terms
it.
of reference.
I've got
But
it.
I want to bring out one other point, sir. That when the professor accepts the position that the substance of human existence is sorrow, not personal sorrow but the sorrow of man, again the conditioning of Marxism, of fighting for injustice, of serving the poor, and all that endless travail enters into the picture.
Yes, it
The
does.
moment you take it out,
Is
then
wrong.
it appears as though you are escaping from the bedrock of sorrow as we see it.
Sir, can we?
इसको छोड़
He what?
He says you don't bring in this because you will go away to another direction.
This is my comment. You will take
You're
it.
quite right,
He
sir.
says this is my
You're quite
comment. You better buy it.
First of all, sir, I don't quite see the contradiction personally. I may be wrong, subject to correction, but one thing is very clear, that there is this enormous river of sorrow. That is so. Achuji, I would like to. That is so. Can that sorrow be ended? And if it ends, what is the result on society? That's the real issue. Is that right?
Ending of sorrow,
The river, stream of sorrow.
ending of the stream of sorrow
Can it end?
must
No.
be achieved.
First of all, the question:
Can the river?
can that stream of sorrow end? And if there is an ending, what is its impact on society?
You see, if you may, sorry, continue, sir. Sorry.
यह मांग करता है कि मनुष्य एक प्रकार से अनंत है, उसके दुख छूटने का कोई निश्चित तिथि नहीं बताई जा सकती कि कब सारी प्राणियों का दुख कब नष्ट होगा, यह यहाँ विवेचन करने की आवश्यकता भी नहीं है। और यह मान करके चलते हैं कि दुख का अंत होता रहेगा, खत्म होता रहेगा दुख, लेकिन यह जो दुख के अंत करने का जो कार्य है वह किसी एक निश्चित दिन खत्म होगा, यह नहीं कहा जाएगा।
ये यही कह रहे
हाँ
हैं।
जी।
You see, sir, he says there is this vast stream of sorrow.
Agreed.
No one can posit when this sorrow will totally end.
I am positive that.
That's what I know.
I am not positive. Let's be clear.
No. You see, let me finish what he said.
Sorry.
There is the stream of sorrow. No one can say at what day and time, at what point that sorrow will totally end. There can be a movement for the ending of sorrow.
Yes.
A movement for the ending of sorrow. But no one can posit when that sorrow of mankind can end. This is what he said. Then you said, you are positing it.
I am not positive.
Then
You see, when you say posit, what do you mean by that word?
posit means I state it as a fact.
Sir, if I may say so.
Say anything you like, sir. Then.
No, sir, because after all, when I make a statement about you, I have to be very careful whether that statement, because I am not stating what I have to say, but I am saying what I have understood you to say. We know life as inseparably built on the fabric of sorrow. Sorrow is the very fabric of our existence.
Yes, sir, we've said all that.
No.
Move.
But you have said that the ending of this sorrow can be attained.
Can be, yes, there is an ending to sorrow.
There is an end to sorrow.
Yes, sir.
Now, this statement is not a statement about the sorrow of man ending in time at what date. It has no future, it has no past. It is a statement that this state itself can end, now, instantly.
I don't quite, what is all this about?
So he says there is a contradiction in your teaching.
I understood.
By positing
The
the
other.
other, you have brought.
I understand you've stated all that.
Now, he is asking why this contradiction.
I don't think it's a
No,
contradiction.
that's why the question,
No,
discussion
but
is on that.
let's begin, shall we? May I begin, sir?
Yes.
I think we all agree that the humanity is in the stream of sorrow. Humanity. And that humanity is each one of us, right? Humanity is not separate from me. I am humanity. Not representative of humanity, I am humanity. My brain, my psychological structure is the humanity. Therefore, there is not me and the stream of sorrow. Let's be very clear on that point.
Yes.
You're saying that there is no stream of sorrow independent
Of the human.
It is the human condition.
Now let's be very that we understand each other very clearly on this point. Adaji,
You see,
I am saying
there
this.
is- Jagannath Upadhyayji suggests that there is a stream of sorrow which is independent
Of
to sorrow as it operates in consciousness.
no. That's I want to, if I may, forgive me, I want to make this perfectly clear. the brain has evolved through time. That brain is not my brain. It's the brain of humanity. Genetic, in which time is involved. I don't know if you're following. Yes. In which the hereditary principle is involved, which is time. That is part of the brain. That is, the brain is not mine. It's the brain of humanity. That's one point. Second, my consciousness is the consciousness of man. There may be frills added, but it's the consciousness of humanity. Because they suffer, they are anxious, they are proud, vain, cruel, unkind, anxious. This is the common ground of man, which is the consciousness of man. So there is no individual at all for me. Right? Right? And the stream of sorrow is humanity. It's not something out there.
No, but where is that ending? Where is
I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. So we start on that principle, on that reality. It's not a posit. It's not a statement by somebody crazy. It is logical. It is so. Right?
Sir, you said that there is violence out there, suffering out there.
I don't say that.
But isn't it a fact that there is violence as we see out there?
Out there, also in here.
The perception of a person beating a child.
Child is...
I see it. I perceive it.
Yes, sir.
And that perception, I think, is a moment of pity or...
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
How do you say, sir, that a person beating a child, I who see that, I am also that sorrow?
Of course.
Because I perceive it as an...
Yes, sir. You're missing...
As an entity.
Sir, wait a minute, sir. First, don't take immediately detail. I consider that a detail. Forgive me. I'll come back to the point a little later. May I?
Yes, sir.
I'm not avoiding your question.
But I was taking only a specific incident.
Yes. Yeah. Before you take any specific incident, let's get the ground clear.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Then from there we can move to specific. The ground is there is no individual. The ground is the individual has been programmed.
We are making assumptions.
No, sir. I made it all very clear. There is no assumption at all on my part. Please, sir. I said, wherever you go in the world, human beings suffer, right?
Yes. That's a fact.
That's all. That fact is the consciousness of humanity.
Aren't we moving a
Huh?
little further from the fact, sir, that there is suffering, which is a fact?
Which is common to all mankind.
Yes, common to all mankind.
That's all.
And I see that.
Wait, sir, wait. Common to all mankind.
Yes.
Suffering, pleasure, fear, anxiety, vanity, cruelty, more, etc., etc. All that is common to man, humanity. Common to you, common to the American, common to the Russian, common to the Chinese, common. Right?
Yes.
It's not assumption.
It's a fact.
It's a fact. So, the consciousness of man is all that. The psychological, if you don't like the word consciousness, the psychological structure is all that of man. Right?
Yes.
Where does individuality come into this?
Reality comes in because I posit that may be the consciousness of mankind, but I am not cruel, I am not.
But you are only.
This is where the
You may not be cruel.
see,
You may
this-
be anxious. You may be frightened. You may be vain. That's all. Sir, you see, you take one part and say, I'm not that.
I'm not that at that moment.
At that
probably.
moment.
I think this, you see, sir, the problem now is we are moving into generalities.
What?
We are moving into a world of generalities.
No, no, I'm not moved.
You see, the moment we say the entire humanity is suffering,
Sir, of course it is. What are you? That's not generalization, that's a fact.
so the point is that a child is being beaten, I am
I
watching
know,
it,
don't.
and
Sir,
then immediately I would like to do something about it.
That's an
So
instant.
therefore,
That's an instant.
yes, which is
But
the
it
whole
does not,
humanity suffering of
it
humanity.
does not also you see, I think we are talking if you cannot deny the fact that this is the
Fact of
consciousness.
sorrow I see,
Yes, the
and
fact
I
of-
also see it as a specific thing right in front of my eyes.
Yes, so that
So
there is a
I
specific
perceive that sorrow.
Excuse
that's
me,
all.
are you different from what you perceive?
I
Are
don't
you
know
not
that,
also
that,
suffering?
that question comes a little later
No,
because
are you not a part of this suffering?
I am different from that suffering.
How?
Mainly because when the child is being beaten, I want to do something
So
about it.
you forget the child. Just
That's
now
not-
we have said, one statement was made that the substance of human existence is sorrow.
that is you can't
Now
get away.
you have said yes, that is so. You said yes, that is so.
Yes, sorrow is there.
You said that is so.
I perceive that sorrow,
You-
therefore
no,
this
no.
one comes in.
You say that is so. I am saying, are you separate from that sorrow or are you part and parcel of it?
Obviously, I am separate from the sorrow because I see sorrow.
But sorrow
What?
also operates in me.
At the point of perception, I am a seer of that sorrow.
So
I want
go
to do
slowly, sir.
something about
Don't take instance. What are you trying to say?
it. I am trying to say that there is a stream of sorrow.
Full stop.
There is violence.
All right.
I see it as something
But
out there.
Outside yourself.
outside
Outside
yourself.
yourself.
Ah, that's,
Because I perceive.
wait, sir. Outside yourself. Let's stick to that.
Yes,
Which is outside
me.
me. Which is what? What are you? You are part of that stream.
Precisely because I perceive
No,
that.
no. You see what you.
You see, this is the fact which separates me from that child. The fact, the state of consciousness within me, which leads to that perception, is also the state of consciousness which in another situation acts in a violent way. It may be
Yes, sir. Now, if I may analyze, if I may go into it a little farther, I see a certain action going in front of me. If I may take that instance of a child being beaten.
Oh, for God's sake, yes, sir. I've got it, sir.
Yes, sir. And the perception of it will give rise to another action.
Huh?
The perception of the fact of a child being beaten gives rise to another action.
Yes.
So therefore there are two actions.
We're not talking about action.
But you see, the problem is rising because we see ourselves as a fragment. We see ourselves seeing that child being beaten,
this is-
but we don't see that same consciousness being rude to someone else
Sir,
and causing pain to
Sir,
someone.
Are
Sir.
there two
Yes,
processes?
Sir, I'm part of, humanity is part of that child, part of the act of beating the child.
Why are we moving to that?
I'm coming to that, sir. We are part of all this, the war, beating.
That's an assumption, sir. Before this fact of seeing something right in front of me.
Sir, would you kindly drop your child, drop your perception?
But if I may say so, sir, then take the perception a little back and see who is it that sees.
I don't know, this is getting into a different realm. I'm
Because obviously that is the question. Who is it that perceives the child being beaten? Who?
No, my point is, can't we make something really concrete and as specific as possible and start...
I am making it as specific, we'll come to that, sir, which is...
Why do we have to come to that, sir? Why can't we start from that?
What?
With observation.
All right. You observe war,
Yes.
right? War is caused for by one of the causes of war is nationalism. Come on, sir, move.
You see, sir, now the trouble is, language.
What? No,
Words that there is.
nationalism, which is separatism.
You see, sir, you said war. And then you went on to nationalism.
I didn't say that.
No, you said war is caused by nationalism. Or whatever.
No, one of the, sir, please.
One of the
No,
causes.
you can't. I said war is part of humanity.
So
War,
the question arises, sir,
Oh.
what is war?
killing another, organized killing.
That's why I gave it a specific instance of...
So, Iran and Iraq.
Iran and Iraq.
Yes,
That's very
it's
specific.
very feasible, sir. Let's stick to that.
Wait, there are these two people killing each other. It's a racial war. Shiites against some otherites. It's an economic war, right? It's a war of, all the rest of it. I don't have to go into all that. There's a war going on, right? There's been Second World War. There's been First World War. There's been 5,000 wars during the last 5,000 years, historically. That is, this war is part of humanity. Right?
Yes,
Human beings have created this war
yes.
because of a national, racial, religious, economic causes have brought this. Right? And we are saying that sorrow that's brought about through war, as an instance, is the stream of sorrow of mankind. Right? That's all we are saying.
Sir, I think we should go back to what...
He has something to say.
Huh?
He has something to say.
Yes, sir, please.
अभी कृष्ण जी ने जो बात कही शुरू की मुझे बताने के सिलसिले में, उसमें बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण बात यह है कि जो एक व्यक्ति का की जो समस्या है, जो स्थिति है, वह संपूर्ण मानवता की है। इसका क्या अर्थ है? इसका विचार होना चाहिए कि इसका अभिप्राय क्या है।
He said, you have said something which is of utmost importance. That is, that there is no such thing as individual sorrow. That individual sorrow is the sorrow of mankind.
I'm saying.
Now, he said that should be investigated.
Investigated.
That should be
Precisely my
investigated.
question.
Because unless you understand that, not as a
Theory.
theory,
Now, that's what I want
but
to
as an actuality,
right?
अपनी बात को साफ करने के लिए मैं सिर्फ कहता हूँ एक उदाहरण। ये नदी का प्रवाह है, संपूर्ण जल जिधर जा रहा है वह मालूम हो रहा है कि एक प्रवाह है, समान प्रवाह है, एक प्रवाह है, एक दिशा है। किंतु जल का प्रत्येक कण भिन्न भिन्न है। जब सूर्य उसको खींचते हैं, गर्मी जब खींचती है तो एक एक कण को खींचती है, संपूर्ण को खींचती नहीं।
I mean, I don't quite know what, but he says one sees the stream of sorrow, the stream of mankind. One sees that it has a direction. It is moving.
It's moving, that's all.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
He has used the word direction, but I think it is moving.
Moving.
Now,
No, that which is moving has never a direction.
He didn't say that.
now he used the word direction.
I want to make this clear.
Well, but he is withdrawing it. But he,
No.
But
It's
yeah.
very important that moment it has a direction, moment it has a direction, that movement, that direction creates time. Translate.
When it is, the moment it has a direction, this stream, time is born.
I said it, I must investigate myself.
जरा सा मैं और अपने को स्पष्ट कर रहा हूँ।
पर आपको पूरा मैंने समझाया नहीं।
जहाँ उसको दिशा मिली वहाँ टाइम आ गया।
वो तो मैंने अपनी बात को समझाने के लिए
पर
कहा।
आपका पूरा मैंने समझाया नहीं, मैं समझा।
अभी नहीं हुआ। मेरा कहना ये है।
वो मैंने समझाया नहीं, मैं
अजय
समझा।
वो ठीक है।
You see, he says, you must listen to the whole thing.
I'm listening to the whole damn thing.
That in the stream which is flowing, it may appear as a stream, but the stream is made up of individual drops. This is what is.
I understand. Now, look, Pupaji.
Now you must.
I understand, I understood.
And that these, when the energy of the sun falls on that stream and draws up, it draws up individual drops, not the whole stream. You see what is implied in it?
I don't understand it.
No, it's a very interesting thing. Does it mean then that when ending of sorrow arises, it arises in the individual drop or in the whole stream? That's really the question.
What is this? What is this?
You see, he says when energy,
Wait, careful, don't use the word energy.
he used the word sun.
What?
When the light falls on it,
On
the sun,
what? Light.
sun's light falls on
On what?
on the stream of water which is flowing, which is composed of individual drops. It draws up, but just listen, sir.
I know, I understood it. Take a river, it has a source. The Rhine has a source. The Ganga has a source. There it starts. The source is sorrow, not drops of sorrow. Swallow the pill.
Sir, will you repeat this? I didn't. I
Just
did not quite.
take it slowly. I am investigating. I withdraw anything I say. I think I'm right. Like a river, Ganga, has a source, right? Like all the great rivers of the world, Mississippi, the Rhine, the Rhone, the Volga, and so on, they have a source. It's not a drop.
It's not a drop.
If the water is coming from the out, right? is our sorrow has a source, not individual drops that make up the stream. You follow what I'm saying? But is the source of our being sorrow? Un momento, sir, just let me finish. Because to me, individuality doesn't exist. I may have a tall, my body may be tall, may be dark, light, pink, whatever color. Certain inherited genetic trappings. Basically, there is no such thing as an individual. If you accept that as a fact, you cannot then say the source is made up of individual drops.
So you said the source of the sorrow.
I said maybe.
Maybe.
Be
But
careful,
then
sir.
if we translate it in human terms, that really means that human beings are condemned.
Are born of sorrow.
Yes, are condemned also.
No. I'm not condemning it.
So there is no such
I'm
thing.
not condemning. I'm saying that's a fact. You can't condemn a fact.
But if we put value judgment to it,
Then you're off.
yeah, right. But there's no. Does it also mean that there is such a thing as the original sin?
I'm not.
Because of the sorrow?
No. That's a Christian idea of original sin. And in having invented that idea, you must have a savior.
Of course.
And you must have all the baptism, all the circus around it. But I'm not admitting anything.
There has to be a solution to solve.
Wait, sir, my God, you don't even listen any of you.
Sorry.
Sorry. Is this so? Is it a fact that we are not individuals? Is that a fact?
How many of us here, sir, can really
What's
say
that?
that? How many of us here, speaking for myself, how many of us we can see the theoretical, speaking for myself.
I'm not theory.
True.
To me, theory is
I understand
a
this.
poison.
I understand this. But for myself, now, I see the theoretical concept of the stream, of not self, the individual. How many of us here, when we are listening to you, we are listening with also the fact that we are also conscious of ourselves. And whatever we listen, we are also we are listening and receiving through that.
I understand that, sir.
So that, is it, coming back, is it possible in a discussion like this to get, for us, for myself, to get closer to some sort of understanding of the self?
Now, just a minute, sir. Are you saying this? When we hear, we make an abstraction of it. That becomes the theory. That becomes the idea to be pursued and so on. But without making an abstraction of it, can you listen? You've understood? You're a lawyer. I come to you. I say, please listen to me. I'll tell you the whole truth, that I committed murder, that I was this, I was that, and you listen to me, right? You don't make a theory of it. Right, sir? Right? Now, in the same way, can you listen to the fact, to something without an abstraction? Apparently that seems to be the most difficult thing. Can we go on?
No, sir, I want to ask a question. There is stream of sorrow. You say,
Why do we accept that?
no, but I'm questioning it. I'm not accepting. I've not got to the stage when I accept it. So
I want,
let us-
sir,
let us-
may I say something? I want to start with a clean slate.
Yes.
I am not a Vedantist, Buddhist, Hindu, Tibetan, this, that. I am not.
Yes.
I wipe out all that.
Yes.
And I say, I watch. I observe what is happening around me. I observe what is happening inside me. Just a minute. I observe that the me is that.
What I observe what, sir?
I observe, wait. I observe what is going on. I take that as an instance, right? I observe how that war is being fought, why it's being fought. I observe that, read about it, know it, investigate, think, look at it. Now, am I a Hindu against a Muslim? If I am the result, I will produce war. I'm going step by step. So, I am the result of time. Right?
Yes, sir, your leaps are...
I'm making it very simple. Wait, I'm making it very simple. I am the result of thought, of experience, knowledge, stored up in memory. That is, I am the result of thousands of generations.
Yes, that I see.
Now, that's a fact. Right? I've discovered that as a fact, not as a theory.
Yes.
Right? I've discovered that.
Yes.
Wait. Wait.
Can I interrupt you, sir, at that moment? I'm sorry.
Baba?
May I interrupt you, sir, at that moment?
Yes, sir.
When I say that I as a fact, that I know that I have come through the whole mankind.
Of course,
genetics and
that's
so
so
on.
simple.
I am seeing that, and when I ask who is seeing, it is I.
Wait, I'm coming to that.
And I'm seeing it through my
Am
fragmented
I
mind.
seeing it as an idea or a fact which is happening in me, in this brain cell? You understand? To me, an abstraction is a poison.
I see that, sir.
Therefore, I am not moving in that direction at all. I'm only concerned with what is happening around me and in me. Right? In me is what is happening out there. I am that. The worries, the anxieties, the misery, the confusion, the uncertainty, the desire for security, the psychological world which thought has built is mankind.
Sir,
My God, it's so
sir,
simple.
please, sir.
Yeah, Avanti.
If it was so simple, we'd be floating in the air.
What do you mean?
Sir, how is it important? The importance is the movement of sorrow as it arises in me, the movement of violence as it arises
Yes, all
in
right,
me.
in you.
How is it important? I'd really like to ask that question. How is it important whether that movement is part,
Of
is
that?
one with the
Yeah.
movement, or is sorrow? I mean, to me, that is
sorrow.
I know nothing about the
I
movement.
quite agree. So you're concerned with sorrow.
I'm concerned.
I concerned, my brother dies, I am shedding tears. Right? Wait a minute. And I watch my neighbor, whose husband is gone,
And I see him.
tears, loneliness, despair, misery, which I am going through. So I recognize a common thread between that and my me.
How is that important?
Wait, I'm coming to that. It is important because when I see the common factor, there is immense strength.
Immense strength.
Strength. Have you understood that, sir? I'm you follow? I won't move anything from theory. I say, when you are concerned with your little sorrow, you're weakening. I don't know if you follow. You are losing the tremendous energy that comes from the perception of the whole of sorrow.
दुखता को जब तक नहीं देखते हैं तब तक दुख एक कुचक्र है जिसमें आप फंसे रहते हैं। उस दुख के माने व्यक्तिगत दुख के कुचक्र से निकलने के लिए ये आवश्यक है कि आप दुखता।
I must ask him. Achyuti is saying.
You see now, let me finish. This sorrow of the individual is a fragmentary sorrow. Therefore, that which is fragmented has not the tremendous energy of the whole.
No, I'll ask you a question.
You first see that, then ask the
See,
question.
sir, I must ask you this question in order to see that. To see...
Wait, let him translate, sir.
Dynamic, explosive शक्ति दुखता में दुख के ग्रहण।
You see, that which is fragment, a fragment is a fragment. Whatever it does is still within a small radius, and therefore its sorrow is weakening. This actually happens. I don't know if you've noticed it. If I am suffering because my brother is dead, I get more and more and more involved with more and more tears, more and more.
Depleted.
Huh?
I get depleted.
Yes, use that word.
Deprivation.
I'm losing. But the fact is, I'm part of this enormous tree. See, sir, what it means? No.
Sir, if this line of thinking is complete, I like to go back to what you said earlier about theorizing and how our brain perpetuates itself. Is it
abstraction?
Yeah,
If I may say,
abstraction.
it's still not complete.
Oh,
Because
okay.
we have not,
I'll come back.
have we understood it? If we have not understood it, it's not complete.
What is the point?
And sir, what is it? You see, when my brother is dead and I observe my mind, I see the movement of sorrow.
I'm not the movement, I'm in sorrow.
I'm in sorrow.
Yes.
But that stream of sorrow, mankind,
You don't know anything about
I
this.
know nothing about it.
Therefore, stop there. We are not talking about sorrow, stream of sorrow. My brother dies, and I am in sorrow, right? Tears, loneliness, despair, a sense of colossal loss, right? And I see this happening to my neighbor on the left and right. Right? So I see this happening right through the world. Right? It's not only my neighbor, left and right, but the neighbor of 1,000 miles. Right? They are going through the same agony, not at the moment I go through, but they go through the same agony as I've been through. Right? Right? So I discover something which is not only me that suffers, mankind suffers. Right? What's the difficulty in this?
Great difficulty. There is a directness, a poignancy in mind.
Wow, it's much more poignant to me than the little man suffering in a little corner.
Poignancy does not arise. I do not weep at the world's sorrow.
No,
I weep at my own
because, follow this, why don't I look at the world? Because I'm so concerned with myself, which I have been concerned all my life. I go to the office, concerned with myself. I go to the temple, myself. My relationship with another is myself. So I've reduced all this life to a little corner, which I call myself. And my neighbor does the same, he does the same, everybody is doing the same. This is a fact, right, sir?
Yes, this we see. This is possible to see.
No, this is so.
Yes, this is so.
So, I say, then I discover it's a stream. It's a thing that's been going on for generations.
मैं इस पूरी परिस्थिति को समझने के लिए इस तरह से कह रहा हूँ। दो प्रश्न उठते हैं कि विशेष और सामान्य या प्रवाह दोनों एक है या भिन्न है। यह एक प्रश्न, यह ठीक है कि व्यक्ति नहीं है। जब विशेष की परीक्षा हम करते हैं, विश्लेषण करते हैं, तो वो सिद्ध नहीं होता, वह नहीं है। लेकिन जिस जगत में हम हैं, जिस परिस्थिति में है देश, काल, विचार, मन के साथ, वहाँ पर व्यक्ति विशेष खड़ा है और जो समान मालूम होता है वह समान नहीं है, वह समान के जैसा दिखाई पड़ता है। सभी विशेष विशेष हैं, वो समान के जैसा दिखाई पड़ता है। एक बात
You might come. He first asked the question, and please correct me if I'm wrong. Is the particular and the stream,
Are the same?
are they one?
Yeah.
One. He says,
There is no particular.
no, I'm just saying this. The particular is manifest.
What?
The particular is experienceable, let me put it. Listen, sir. Particular is experienceable. The stream,
Is not.
even when we see we say we see the stream, we see it as particulars put together.
No.
You understand what
I understand. I've got it.
Am I correct?
वो समानता सभी बिंदुओं में एक समानता है। ये बुद्धि वस्तु में नहीं, बुद्धि के अंदर समानता की प्रतीति है, और जहाँ तक वस्तु है वह बिंदु है, जब तक है तब तक। एक बात,
He says, as long as the self is, the particular will have to be.
Just a minute, I understood all this. If you give me a little. I understand that, sir. Now wait a minute, sir. I keep to this fact. My brother dies. I shed tears. I'm desperate. You understand, sir? This is a fact. It's not a theory. And I see my neighbor going through the same thing as I am. Right? And the neighbor right and left and forward, back. 1,000 miles neighbors. They go through the same thing. So what happens? Either I'm so caught in my little sorrow, or I perceive this enormous sorrow of man. Right? Right? Wait.
सभी का अलग अलग,
Yes. He says,
सभी का अलग अलग।
you even when you see this in 1,000 miles, you see them as separate.
No.
No, then I ask you.
No.
Then I ask you, what is the factor? What
that-
is the instrument? What is the
That just it.
intelligence?
I'm coming to that, for God's sake, give me a chance. I'm coming to that. Right, sir? See what's happened to me.
If I may ask you,
Sir, just a minute. See what's happened to my mind, to my brain. My brain has been concerned with the loss of its own brother. Right? Right, sir? And the brain, eye, visual eye, hearing, sees this enormous suffering. Right? My neighbor, 1,000 miles. Right? How does it see it? That's the point you're coming to. You understand, sir? How does it see the fact that my neighbor is me, who is going through hell? Right? And neighbors all over the world, is my neighbors. This is not a theory. I recognize it. I see it. I walk down the street, there's a man crying because he's lost his son. Right? I see the fact, not a theory.
मैं एकदम भिन्न बात करना चाहता हूँ इससे। मैं ये कहना नहीं हुआ, इसलिए एकदम भिन्न बात कर रहा हूँ।
No, but we have to come to this question, how do we see?
I'm coming to
that. He's going on to something else.
हाँ, क्या देखते क्या हैं? हम क्या देखते क्या हैं? जब हमें किसी दुख का अनुभव होता है और संबंधियों का उसके समान दुख का अनुभव अब उन सारे संबंधियों को हुआ, या बहुत बड़े काल के बीच में, शताब्दियों के बीच में जितने लोगों के भाई की मृत्यु हुई, वे सब लोग इसी तरह से दुखी हुए, यह सब बात ठीक है। लेकिन कृष्ण जी के भाई जब नहीं रहेंगे और उनको जो दुख होगा, वो दुख को दूसरी तरह से देखेंगे, और मैं अपने भाई के मृत्यु को दूसरी तरह से देखूंगा। क्यों? कि कृष्ण जी में वह क्षमता है कि उन्होंने वो जो देश, काल, मन, विचार, स्वार्थ, स्व को तोड़ रखा है, लेकिन उस सत्य को इनकार नहीं कर सकते कि भाई मर गया और सब लोग दुखी हैं, इसे इनकार नहीं कर सकते। मैं भी इनकार नहीं कर रहा हूं, लेकिन दोनों के देखने में बहुत अंतर है। कैसे अंतर है? एक दृष्टांत से। ये उस स्ट्रीम को, उस नदी के प्रवाह को तट पर खड़ा होकर देख रहे हैं और मैं उसमें बह कर देख रहा हूं।
He says, when Krishna ji talks of 1,000 miles of seeing people die and the sense of sorrow which he sees as sorrow, not individual sorrow.
And I cry much more for that than for
Yes, yes.
I get that.
Sir, listen, sir. He says he can do it because he has negated the self totally, all time totally. There is no movement which is fragmentary in him.
No.
When I am in that, when my brother dies, I cannot see with the same eyes.
No, of course not.
I am standing on the bank of the river. No, he is standing on the bank of the river and watching. I am floating in the river.
Yes. What happens, Prabhu? Just go through the actuality of it. My brother dies. It's a shock. It takes me a week or two, whatever the shock, to get over it. When the shock is over, I'm observing. I see this thing going on around me. This is a fact. This is not, okay, somebody is freed from self and all that. This is happening.
No, but you still have to tell me with what eyes do
I'm
I see?
coming, we're all going back always to the point. You're not giving the...
Please.
Listen to what Mr. G has to say.
Briefly, to what people said. The very fact of being in this stream of intense sorrow is so intense that it is not that particular. The very pain of sorrow is so strong that one is part of the universality, not the individual loss or death or whatever it is that's causing the sorrow. One can perceive, without being in some extraordinary way transformed, one can at that moment, I suggest strongly, see the enormity of it and be part of that enormity and not just enclosed in one's own sorrow.
Maria Ji, they won't accept all this. Let's be simple and fact. Am I so enclosed that I don't see anything except me and something outside of me? That's the first to be established, right, in discussing this. Am I, my thoughts, my feelings, my accidents, seeing the baby being hit and cruel, all the rest of it. Am I so enclosed that I refuse to see what is happening outside me? No, this obviously
No,
not.
obviously I see.
Huh?
Obviously I see.
So,
Please.
देख सकते हैं।
Krishna ji is
No,
continuing.
he's not finished.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, obviously I see.
I want to go back to this point. Sorrow, when there is this sorrow of my brother dying, there is only sorrow, right? I don't see the stream of sorrow. There is this thing burning in me.
Yes, that we all know.
And I see this thing happening left and right. We all know that, right? Let's move from there. And it's happening to all human beings. I can see that too. Theoretically, wait. Why can't I see it as a fact? As Me suffering and therefore the world suffering. Why don't we see it? That's the point we're coming to, isn't it? No?
Yes.
I don't know.
Sir,
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
Huh?
but this is a the sorrow of another. That passion, that intensity which is born in me when there is sorrow arising in me, does not arise when I see the sorrow.
All right. When you are suffering, you've closed your ears and eyes to everything else, right? Right?
Even if you don't close your ears and eyes.
Wait, you do. Actually, when my brother dies, everything is shut. Right?
Yeah, I understand.
And this is the whole point. If the mind remains, if the brain says yes, I won't move from that. I won't seek comfort. No movement. Right? Saying I'm an individual, I'm suffering, I'm this, my brother. Just hold it. Proceed. We don't do that. We talk about my Sunday. This is actually happened to Cain. His brother died, and everybody around him said various things. He suddenly held that. He didn't seek comfort, he didn't all the rest of that nonsense. So what happens to your mind like that? That's all my point. Has he understood?
पंडित जी आपने सुना ये कि जो क्षण में दुख होता है तो वो दुख एक स्थिरता के साथ वो समय है, वो स्थिरता ही
You see, when that takes place, you have rejected everything. Now come on.
स्थिति को समझ
जरा
करके
एक
कहना
दो मिनट ये शायद
जिस बात को कृष्ण जी समझाना चाहते हैं वहीं क्यों, ये तो कहीं भी वही चीज समझाते हैं। जैसा कि दुख की जगह पर इन्होंने जो समझाया, वही स्थिति किसी भी देखने में, जैसे हम इस चीज को देख रहे हैं,
पर एक फर्क है
जी
कि दुख में ये एनर्जी जो है
जी
वो बहुत ज्यादा
जी हाँ ठीक है।
तो इसलिए वो जो बहुत ज्यादा एनर्जी होती
वो
है
कितना भी हो,
जित
वो तो
इतनी
यह
गंभीर
इतना है,
एनर्जी
वह ज्यादा है, इतना
वो
ही
शायद मनुष्य को इतनी गंभीर कोई
जी सही
एनर्जी
है, एकदम
वो
सही।
जो एनर्जी
सही है। देखिए हम एक इस चीज को देखते हैं, एक वैज्ञानिक देखता है, इसी को कृष्ण जी देखते हैं। इन तीनों के देखने में देखना एक तरह का है, लेकिन देखने के साथ जो इसके साथ ही साथ बहुत सी चीजें वैज्ञानिक का अपने ढंग से, सामान्य आदमी का अपने ढंग से, कृष्ण जी का अपने ढंग से आ जाता है।
वो तो है ही।
अब कृष्ण जी ये बार बार जब समझाते हैं कि वह आने न पाए और तुम उसे देखो तो संपूर्ण देखोगे, तो इसी तरह से दुख बिंदु को भी वो समझा रहे हैं कि संपूर्ण जो प्रवाह है उसको तुम देख सकोगे इस तरह से।
ये अभी उन्होंने ये कहा कि ये जो स्थिरता है
जी
ये दुख को लेके एक जात की स्थिर
जी 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 एक क्षण का
एक क्षण वो जो स्थिर लहर है
जी
वो अलग नहीं है।
That's the whole point, Prabhu. If you remain with sorrow, you have denied everything.
और ये कहते हैं
That's the beauty of it.
If you remain with sorrow, you have denied everything.
अच्छा हाँ तो वो हो जाएगा, वो हट जाएगा। ये हो जाएगा लेकिन कृष्ण जी को हम लोगों को नहीं, हम लोगों को नहीं।
That is so, but only for Krishna ji, not
और
for
वो
us.
क्या चीज है जिससे कृष्ण जी को होता है हमको नहीं होता?
Swami
ये
ji,
प्रश्न है।
Pandit ji,
says that-
Pandit ji,
और ये ठीक है कि जैसे हमको भी जब होगा तो कृष्ण जी के तरह होगा।
this Pandit ji, hell to Krishna ji. Throw him away.
जन्म में जाए उनको फेंक दीजिए।
This is a fact.
सत्य व्यक्ति सापेक्ष नहीं।
We never remain with anything completely. If the brain remains completely with fear, everything is gone. But we don't. We're always searching, moving, asking, questioning.
Sir, I'd like to ask the same question then as yesterday at this point, which is...
What's up?
The same question that I asked yesterday might be appropriate at that point, which is how to approach staying closer to that.
I said, don't escape. Sir, please, my brother dies. I shed tears, do all kinds of things, and suddenly realize there is no answer in anything else. Right? Reincarnation, going to the gods, doing this, doing that. Nothing remains except that one thing. Right? Right, sir? Have you done it? What happens then to the brain that has been clattering, making noise about your sorrow, chasing its own tail? And when that chasing stops, what happens?
There's always some other interference.
Huh?
There's always some other interference. It's not
No,
always from the
there is
brain.
no, I'm sad to you're all, there is no interference when you observe something totally. Which is to observe totally, is to not allow thought to cheat what is being perceived totally. It's simple enough.
प्रश्न का दूसरा हिस्सा का जो मैंने ये कहा कि आनंद, अगर इस जगह पर आनंद को जब लगाया जाता है तो जो लोग भ्रम में पड़ते हैं, यह जो प्रश्न है इसका इस पर
What did he say? Would you translate? Would you translate?
Don't quite understand the question.
वो ये कहा था कि कृष्ण जी इस परिस्थिति को समझाने के लिए अनंत कर्म, अनंत सौंदर्य, अनंत आनंद का संकेत करते हैं। यह सभी धार्मिक, प्रायः अधिकांश धार्मिक लोगों ने आनंद का नाम लिया है, चैतन्य, आनंद, और इस तरह के विशेषणों के साथ जो देश काल विचार से अलग हैं उनकी बात किया है। तो जो लोग शाश्वतवादी हैं, नित्यवादी हैं, वे लोग उस लक्ष्य पर नित्य का ज्ञान कर, नित्य की धारणा बनाते हैं और समाज में धर्म संप्रदाय सब जगह पर, राजनीति में, समाज में, हर जगह पर उसको स्थिर समझते हैं, उसके परिवर्तन को स्वीकार नहीं करते। वहाँ परिवर्तन नहीं है, यहाँ परिवर्तन नहीं है। जबकि कृष्ण जी के सारे वक्तव्य का मेरे जैसे लोगों पर जो प्रभाव पड़ता है वह पड़ता है कि वो पूरा परिवर्तन स्वीकार करते हैं। तो इस एक उदाहरण के कारण, जो अगर मैं सही हूँ तो इस एक उदाहरण के कारण इतना बड़ा भ्रम खड़ा होता है। उसकी जगह पर अगर दुखता के प्रश्न को ही ला दिया जाए तो उसमें निषेध, परिवर्तन सभी आ जाता है और बहुत ज़्यादा कार्य, कर्म के लिए अवसर मिल जाता है। ये इससे लगता है कि आपके कहने में और इस उदाहरण में विरोध है। वो विरोध कुछ कम हो सकता है मेरे इस प्रस्ताव से।
Going back to his original question, sir, which was, you have come to this point. In the talks which you have had, you then say that when this is understood totally,
When what?
Sorrow or whatever.
when sorrow is understood totally,
No, there is no understanding sorrow.
When you see it totally.
The bell doesn't ring.
when there is an ending of all man's dualities.
No, wait a minute. This is all theory.
No, but whatever it is, I will just let me say what he says, then you can say it is theory. He says when all duality has ended, when you say, not
I don't know
he,
anything about all that.
when he doesn't say, he said you have said in other talks, when all has ended,
With sorrow, when sorrow has ended, I will tell you what to explain. When sorrow ended, completely ended, then there is compassion.
that he is not, you see, you must go back to his original question. I don't want to, but he goes back to his original. I think he may discuss it tomorrow.
Sir, I have got the point.
Oh, sir?
I have got the point.
Would you tell me? I'll take an hour.
He says that the perception that human existence is sorrow gives rise to compassion. Just wait, I am only trying to into quotation marks. Please give me. I am translating what he is saying. I am saying no. The perception of the fact that human existence is sorrow is the ending of sorrow, and without the ending of sorrow, there is no compassion. That is your position. as I understand.
My position is, I'll make it very clear. Not position. What to me,
But I will use the word position
which
to
is-
say I should not misrepresent.
no, stream of mankind.
Only for-
Mankind.
The perception of the stream is not compassion. The ending of sorrow is the birth of compassion.
Yes, that's
This
all.
is your position.
Yes.
तो मैं यह जानना चाहता हूँ बहुत साधारण कि क्या सब लोग दुख से दूर हो जाएंगे तो आनंद भोग शुरू हो जाएगा?
भोग की कोई बात ही नहीं।
After sorrow comes the bliss comes.
I never said, sir, forgive me. I said, the ending of sorrow is the beginning of compassion.
तो
Not bliss, not bananas and all the rest of it.
तो दुख को समाप्त होने की तारीख अभी निश्चित नहीं है। इसलिए वह स्थिति जिसको आप बताना चाहते हैं वह आएगी।
He is objecting to his talking about the other.
All right, I won't talk about it. You understand, sir? I won't talk. It's irrelevant. I agree. Right? What are you objecting?
See, you must take the question as he started. He said people come to hear your talks. And at the end of the talk, you say, then there is benediction, then there is a state. Now, he says that makes them go away feeling that is the final thing.
No, what makes them go away?
What makes them go away?
Is to them that X is a theory which they have accepted from a book as a theory, right? And say the two mix together. That's all.
Sir, I will go one step further.
So,
and say that the learned professor has listened to the fact that the substance of human existence is sorrow and the perception of this is compassion. This is also a theory. And he seeks corroboration of this when you say this. And that also gives him satisfaction. And I say this satisfaction and that satisfaction are on the same level. So long as
I'm not
we are not willing to
I
take...
quite agree, sir. I wasn't so rude. Yes, sir.
I have just...
I understand, sir.
It is time.
So, I would like to ask something. Are we discussing this as a theory, as something to be learned, to be studied, to be informed, or is it a fact in our life? You follow, sir? Which is it? At what level are we discussing all this? If we are not clear on that, we'll get messy. For me, I'm talking at the lowest level, right, sir? Which is our corruption, right? Our degeneration, and all that is brought about by by knowledge. That's all. Because we are always living in the past. Right? That's our life. Past is the knowledge. and keep going round and round in circles. I'm not accusing anybody, please. The speaker says, K says, sorrow is an endless thing that man has lived with. Right? Whether it's my neighbor or your child being beaten, and so on, there's endless sorrow. Right? And can it end? Not theoretically, can it end? You come along, the gentleman, any of you come along and tell me it can end. I either treat it as a theory or some kind of idiotic statement which has no value, or I say, show it to me. Show me the way to it. You understand? Not how. Show me how the manner it can end. Right? That's all I'm interested in. I said, the gentleman says, I'll show it to you. We never come to that point. He says to me, I'll show it to you. Am I willing to listen to him so completely? He says, Swami, tell me. Show me. I am. You follow, sir? I'm willing to listen to him so completely because I want to end this thing. So he says to me, sorrow is the stream, remain with the stream. Don't be off it or on it and under it or over it. Just remain with the stream without any movement. Because any movement is the cause of sorrow. I don't know if you see that. Right? Right, sir? So he says to me, remain with it. Don't intellectualize, don't get emotional, don't get theoretical, don't seek comfort, just remain with the thing. And that is the most difficult. Right, sir? Therefore, we play around with it. And he has been telling me that 10 years. And he also tells me, if you go beyond this, there's some beauty that is out of this world. I listen to the out of this world. You follow? So I still insist, it's not a contradiction. Right? So I don't know why, if I may most respectfully say, why is it a contradiction? So would you, if you found something astonishingly original, which is no books, no Vedas, no all that gone, you discovered something of an enormous nature, wouldn't you talk about it? Knowing they will do exactly what they have done before, catch on to that, neglect this. Right, sir? Wouldn't you do it?
जो सुनने वाला है वो अपनी पुरानी दायरे में चलता है.
Oh, sir?
Merely translate. Merely gave a translation.
So He would do it, sir. Because it's part of the whole thing. It's not there and here. It's part of the... So it's a part of the tree. Right, sir? The tree is the roots hidden. And the roots, when you look the beauty of a root, you talk about it. It's not that you're escaping, contradicting. You say the tree is the root, the trunk, the leaf, the flower, the beauty of the whole thing. So please, I'm not imposing my thinking on anybody. I'm just one of the guests here. I'm just passing by. We'll meet at that.